Hi, juniors. Today, the counselors and Mr. Peschel, our ELO coordinator, are going to talk to you today about life after high school. Regardless of what your plans are, there are things that you can be thinking of and doing now, before the end of the school year, during the summer, and once we enter your senior year that can help you in the process. Regardless of what your plans are, Naviance is going to be our first stop. So many of you have already taken the career interest inventory through your economics classes. If you haven't taken it, I would encourage that you do, in fact, take it. If you need any help with that, please see your counselor. For those of you who have taken it, I would encourage you to go back and take a look at that survey. If you feel like it still is true and accurate for yourself, that is great. You can just leave it as is and do some exploration. If you feel like the assessment is not accurate or you would just like to take it again for consistency's sake, please see your counselor and we can reset it so you can take it again. I would encourage you to spend some time exploring this because it has a lot of great tools. You can look at a wide variety of careers, and then within that you can see what sort of actions that you might want to take. It might impact the courses that you choose for next year as you look at as it relates to a potential career interest. There are also some careers that will tell you how much education you need. So for some of you, you might realize that a career that you're interested in requires a significant amount of education, and there are others that require nothing beyond your high school diploma. And as you start to find out that information, your counselor and Mr. Peschel can help you decide what the best course of action is for you after you graduate. So if you determine that you want to enter a career right after high school, the counseling office is a great place for you to start. I would also encourage you to still navigate Naviance as there are some wonderful tools. I think sometimes we look at Naviance as just for students that are going right after college, but I would encourage you to still use that for additional career exploration. In a little bit, you'll hear from Mr. Peschel about what you can do to explore careers of interest and learn about local businesses and industries that are hiring high school students, or graduates, if entering the workforce right after graduation is right for you.
So for those students who are looking to go to school immediately after graduation, now is the time for you to start thinking about what is most important in your future college setting. Naviance has several college search options. However, the one we recommend you start with is one called the Advanced College Search. So in Naviance, when you log in, go to Colleges and click Search Tools and find Advanced College Search. With Advanced College Search, you can look for schools by all sorts of criteria, including type, for example, 2-year versus 4-year school or public versus private school, location, student body, admission percentage, athletics, college majors offered, cost of attendance, and special programs that are offered. At first, we recommend that you keep your college search quite general. As you can see in my example, my first search, which was all colleges in New England that offer any college major in psychology, yielded 133 colleges, which may seem like a lot, but you can whittle this down later. So you should keep your first search general and then ask yourself the big questions, such as whatever is most important to you, such as where the school is located, how big the student population is, what major they have to offer, maybe how selective the college is to get into. You can always search for more specific information later, such as the athletics they offer, the clubs they offer, or special programs. If you do that first, you probably won't get a lot of search results, and at this point, the more results, the merrier. As you look at your search results, the more schools you are considering at this time, the better. Make sure to look at each school and what they require for admission by clicking on their profile page in Naviance. Under the school's profile and the admissions tab, you can see a scattergram of where you fall in line with previously admitted students based on their GPA and SAT score. For example, I will pull up the University of New Hampshire and you can see exactly what I am talking about. So here on UNH's profile page in Naviance, you can get a general overview of the college, the studies they have to offer, what student life looks like, what they are looking for in admissions to accept students and how much it costs. So as I just mentioned, you can click on admissions and you can see how much it costs to apply, what some of the deadlines are, and a little bit of data on what it takes to be admitted to the school. If you scroll down further, you will see scattergrams, which plot where you are based on your SAT score and GPA on a graph compared to previously admitted or denied students to that school and where they fell based on their GPA and SAT score. This is no guarantee of whether or not you'll be admitted to a college, however, should provide some useful data to help determine if this school is a reach school for you, a school that we consider probable, meaning you will probably be admitted, or a school that is in the middle, or reasonable, a school that is reasonably within your reach that you may get into or you may not, but data suggests that you may have a good chance of gaining admission. To further research colleges, the College Board website is a helpful resource. On top of this, the counseling office has copies of RUGS recommendations, which is a tool that we use as RUGS helps rate colleges by the strength of their college major specifically. So if you know exactly what you would like to major in, RUGS recommendation is a good tool for you to help you identify schools with the strongest programs in that specific major.
Hello juniors, this is Mr. Peschel, the Extended Learning Opportunities Coordinator here at Oyster River High School. Earlier you heard from Ms. Sakara and Mr. Baker talking about the options and pathways after high school. Ms. Sakara mentioned and talked about the career to college route. Mr. Baker spoke about the college to career route. So how can I help? Well, it's my role to individualize, personalize, and customize your high school experience while here at Oyster River. We can do this through multiple pathways and options. One would be exposure. I offer periodically trips throughout the year to businesses and industries in the area that may be hiring or potential employers in the future for you, either after high school or after college. We also look at exploration. We can do informational interviews and job shadows. These are short-term experiences where you can get as much from that one-day experience as possible, asking the professional about what they do on a daily basis, what their jobs and tasks could be, and maybe what their background was to get to where they are today. Either going through the college route, going to the career route, maybe getting some industry-based experience. Which leads us into the next option of experiential pieces. We can do independent coursework, advanced studies, and internships. These are more long-term based experiences where students can actually be in the field, learning and gaining experience. So through exposure, exploration, and experiential learning, students have the ability to build their resume and college application. So when interviewing for a job, a student can always refer back to their exploration or job shadow that they took place in, or their independent coursework, or their internship that they had experienced. You also can put it part of your college essay. You will stand out among the other people applying to college because of your internship and your experience.
Hi juniors, this is Ms. Cassimus and I'm going to finish us off today. So you're asking yourself, what can you do now? So this spring, before you leave and depart for the summer, there are a few things that you can work on to get yourself in a good spot when you return to us in the fall. One of them is being to complete the career interest profiler that was talked about earlier. And again, if you want to retake that, we can reset it, or you can continue the work with the results that you received after you took it in economics. I would encourage you to set up and meet with your school counselor to develop and share your plan for what you intend to do after high school, or if you have questions about what you want your plan to look like, come down and see us and let's start that conversation. You can also work to request a letter of recommendation. A letter of recommendation will be a necessary part of your college application, and it will also be a necessary part of any job application that you pursue after high school. So think about a teacher that you have had specifically junior or senior year, a teacher that you've had multiple times or have developed a good rapport with. They will be the best point of reference to gather a letter of recommendation to move forward with. You can also begin brainstorming and drafting your resume. Some of you may have already started this process, so I would encourage you to continue doing that. Think about what you're doing over the summer, or think about how you can use your time this summer to beef up your resume. There is a resume builder in Naviance, and with the change of Naviance, there's some more options in terms of templates. Microsoft Word and Google also have wonderful templates that you can utilize to develop your resume.
You could schedule college tours and or attend college fairs. So again, as you're pursuing that college search and you're developing your list within Naviance, take the time this summer to go out and visit some of those schools. I encourage students all the time to try to do an official tour of UNH. That is a college that most of you are probably most familiar with, but it's nice to see the ins and outs of a college that even that you are familiar with, to kind of see what a tour offers. If you're traveling this summer and you happen to drive by a college, even if it's a college that's not on your list, just get out there and really see what colleges have to offer and begin to start looking at this process as not only you applying to a school hoping to get in, but what can a school offer you and where do you want to invest your money in. This fall, there'll be a lot of college fairs. We will continue to update you on those, but certainly take advantage of those. As you're doing your college search and you begin to find colleges of interest, build that list in Naviance. When we return in the fall, many schools, both in this region and nationwide, will be setting up visits here at Oyster River High School. You want to take advantage of these visits for any school that you have interest in. The people that come here to attend the visits for particular schools will be the first readers of your application. So this will give you some one-on-one time with them. You can ask some specific questions and really show them how interested you are in that particular school. These same people will be the ones who will be attending our local college fairs. Again, they are your local reps and they will be the people who will look at your application first. So FaceTime has become very important. If you have specific colleges in your Naviance list, please know that once that school schedules an appointment here at the high school, you will receive an email through Naviance to let you know the date and time. And then the counseling department works to get passes out to any school that has shown interest in colleges when they are here visiting. So we really work to try to make sure you don't miss this opportunity. Okay, this summer, the counseling department for the past couple of summers has offered what we call Application Boot Camp. And so we ask you to come in and join us for a day to tackle your to-do list before beginning your senior year. This is open to both college-bound students and career-bound students. Some of the things that we offer mini workshops so you can pick and choose how you will spend your time. We will look to begin resume writing, start college applications. You can begin your essay. UNH admissions comes over and they do a presentation and show you sample essays, and they really give you some background on what direction you should head in when you're beginning to write that. You can work on the paperwork necessary to have your letters of recommendation completed, both by your teachers and your school counselors. You can work on developing your job application resource guide that you can use moving forward on those career paths as well, and begin to develop some job interview skills and just get yourself ready to enter the career force. So we will be sending out lots of information to all of you this summer around Application Boot Camp and when it will take place. It typically takes place in August, and we should have those dates soon. But definitely keep that in mind. We know that giving up a day of your summer is precious time, but we promise you will be happy for it in the end. And we always leave with happy customers, and they're very thrilled with how much they get done prior to the start of the school year. And it really helps to alleviate that pressure in the fall. So this week we will be offering support to all rising seniors through office hours. Advisors will have information as to the where and whens. And some of the things that we will be covering will include you can update your email address to make sure we have an accurate one that you use, and it will be helpful in this process. We can answer any questions about Application Bootcamp this summer. We can begin to navigate where the current interest inventory is, letter of recommendation forms, and resume builder. You can begin your college search in Naviance. The Common Application is also ready to go for you all, and the essay prompts are out, and we can begin talking about that and how you can best utilize that avenue. And then college fairs and the fall college visits, how to stay informed. Again, that goes back to your email address, and we can make sure that that's accurate, and we can begin building that list so you are housed with all the information you need about potential colleges that you plan to apply to in the fall. We hope this helps. Please stop into our office with any questions you may have, and we look forward to working with you. Congratulations on becoming rising seniors.